Qualifying for this event went a little bit like this. On my final attempt, I set a 58.292, which was quick enough for 5th place. The karts were generally quite slow. The fastest qualifying time was only a 57.828, almost a second slower than we'd normally expect. The qualifying session for this event should only have been 5 minutes, but due to the underperforming karts, we were given double that to allow time for people to swap karts if required. So this event format is tin tops. Having completed our now 10-minute qualifying session, we're back on a slow lap back around to the grid to line up for the first of 2 races. The lights go green and we're on our way for this 10-minute sprint race. Having held my position through turns 1 and 2, the red flag does come out for an incident behind. We're soon back to yellows, but are lined up to reposition on the back straight, get ourselves back into our original order. Silky shouts to let us know we'll be back to green across the starting line, but not everyone heard him. Kai is quick to take advantage and passed up the inside of Anton through turn 1, with Joe then getting past him before turn 2 as well. Two laps later though, and Anton is able to find his way back in front of Joe. Anton was able to catch back up to Kai in the closing stages, but wasn't able to find his way back into first place. Despite setting the second quickest lap of the race, I wasn't able to make any progress through the field. I was faster in places than Joe and Edward in front, but not quick enough to be able to make a good move. We now reverse our finishing order to start the second race, a 25-minute reverse grid start. This can only go well. It's a 10th place start for me on this one, so we just wait for these lights. It's a marginally slower reaction for the lights as we start lap 0. Yes, that's lap 0. For some reason, the first lap isn't recorded on the TeamSport app, but it looked like this. Having been slowed through turn 2, Anton finds his way around the outside of me. And Kai passes on the inside as I fail to cover the space. With the faster drivers now in front, Joe signals to work together to push through. We can do that. As Anton gets pushed a little wide, Joe and I make our way through. And a driver ahead gets spun out and I'm back up to my original starting position now. Of course, that spin does bring out the red flag though. Chloe gets forced wide and seems to stop on track, so the red flag appears once more. Two karts ahead collided and I slide by rather than stopping quickly. Up 2 places, but I assumed we'd be repositioned again. We weren't, so that's 2 more places gained for me. It does take a little while to clear up, but then we're off once more. Dan had a slow restart and Joe, along with a few others, are able to get past. I take a look, but Dan closes the door on me. As we approach the lower pits area, the lights seem to have a moment of confusion. As you see, it caused quite a bit of chaos, but ended up with Dan losing out. Having suggested we work together again, Joe creates a gap on the inside through turn 1 and I follow through. The kart gets steered violently away from the barrier, sideswiping me, but I'm able to hold on to the place. Joe once again creates a gap on the inside, but it's left me on the outside for these left-handers. Sam's car appears to be a bit slower on the straights though, and I'm able to get to the inside for turn 1 and up into 4th place. Joe's now seen that I've caught back up and once more gestures to work together. Not anymore though. If I can get an opportunity for that podium slot, I'll be taking it. I'm faster through the corners, but Joe's car is just pulling away on the straights. Doesn't really matter though, we're slowly catching up to Kai with plenty of time left in this race. I see another kart ahead of Kai too. Is it a back marker or is it first placed Kieran? That's Kieran. The top four are now all within sight of each other. A couple of mistakes that I made on the last lap have seen me drop back quite a bit from Joe here. I'm soon able to close that gap back up again. Kai has caught right up to the back of Kieran now as well. Kai takes his first look at getting past Kieran, but is unable to make it work this time around. Now they've made contact at turn 2, bringing Joe and myself right into play. Kai makes a bit of contact with the back of Kieran, sending him a little wide. I know Kieran, I see this coming and try to make the most of the opportunity. Well, we're all in front of Kieran now. Kieran is fast, but unfortunately he does let his temper get the better of him at times, and in this case it's just cost him 3 places. Not anymore, Joe. Not anymore. Kieran has decided to retire from the race and has made his way upstairs just in time to wave at Kai. I'm sure he was waving in congratulations, really. We get a short moment to catch our breath for a very quick red flag. The lights have another moment, but we pretty much ignore them at this stage. The three of us seem to be fairly even on pace. I'm continuing to take corners quicker than Joe ahead, but he's pulling away on the straights to make up for it. The back marker has pulled right out of the way for us. That's very much appreciated. And I'm seeing that Anton is starting to catch up behind. I know we must be near the end of this race though, so hopefully he won't close up entirely. As another back marker moves right out of the way for us. We don't have blue flags in indoor karting, so this level of awareness is great from everyone here. As the final back marker starts to cause us trouble, we cross the line for the final time. It's a climb right up to third place from me, and I'm very happy with that result. Points are awarded for both races, but unfortunately I was pipped to third by Anton, who scored just enough more points across both races than I had managed. It might have been a better result if I'd somehow found my way past Joe. Despite being slower than me, it just wasn't to be this time. The extra speed that he had on the straights meant I was unable to make a proper move. If you enjoyed my coverage of this event at TeamSport Sheffield, please do give the video a like, leave any feedback down below in the comments. Don't forget, if you join the channel membership for just £1 a month, you can usually see these videos 24 hours earlier. So as always, thank you so much for joining me on my go-karting adventures. Till the next one, cheers.